Hey guys, it's Kelly and welcome back to my channel. Check out what's behind me, a 2024 Lexus GX. I am so excited to dive into this tour. I've been driving this car for a couple of days now, and let me just start off by saying your girl's not what I would describe as a performance driver, but I'm obsessed with how this car drives. I love to get up and go. I love the handling. And I had the Toyota Land Cruiser as a press car last week, and I cannot believe the differences in their performance. But anyway, if this is your first time joining me, hey, I'm Kelly and I'm the car mom. I review cars for moms and for families. I'm a mom of 4 and I'm a certified child passenger safety tech. Now this GX is a 3.4 liter twin turbo V6 engine. You're going to get about 349 horsepower. The thing can also tow. It has a towing capacity of over 9,000 pounds. Now this GX comes with a 2 or 3 row as an option. The Overtrail and the Overtrail Plus trims only have 2 rows of seats to make room for more cargo. The price of the GX starts at $64,200, not that much more expensive than a Land Cruiser, to be honest with you. And I absolutely love the styling. I think it's boxy, it's sporty, it's giving G-Wagon. It's kind of like slowly becoming one of my dream cars. So here's a shot of me in the driver's seat of the new GX. Now, right off the bat, I am loving my headroom. I feel like light and airy, and that's before I even open up the sunroof. Really feels great. I would say overall the car is a little more narrow than I was expecting. Not in a bad way, but she's definitely not going to be a 3 across candidate, and I do feel like I'm sitting very close to my passenger. But for the most part, I like how I feel in here. Let's move into the infotainment system. Now, I had the Land Cruiser last week, like I told you earlier, and I'm actually very surprised how different the infotainment systems feel. The Land Cruiser had a lot more knobs, a lot more buttons. This is a lot more digitalized, but it's also a Lexus, so I'm glad to see we're getting, something. I do appreciate, though, that the climate control stays pulled out in this screen permanently. And I like that we have knobs for both of our heat and our volume. I cannot deal with like a freaking button to turn down the volume. That's crazy. Moving on down here, we've got 2 USB-Cs, a 12 volt, our cup holders with our energy drink, wireless charger. And then I find it interesting that there's no cool box in this one because the Land Cruiser had a cool box. And I actually kind of assumed that it was because the GXs were going to have all cool boxes. Not sure if that's just like a trim level thing in this new GX, but I would prefer the storage over a cool box anyway. So let's get to the second row because I feel like a lot of you are going to be wondering how car seat friendly this is. I mean, I feel good in here, right? We've got the heated seats, we've got the ventilated seats. Of course it has the bells and whistles. It's a freaking Lexus. But before you decide it's your mom car, how does it fit your kids? Okay, so here is a shot of me in the passenger seat, and I want to just give you an idea of my leg room. I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I did bring a more compact car seat than I did with the Land Cruiser Tour. This is the Britex Poplar. It's very compact front to back, so it's a great option for taller parents in a smaller car like this one. And I'm not touching, so I think this would definitely be a better fit than infant seat. Infant seats are just going to take up more room. A convertible seat right here will give you a little bit more leg room. These doors are still driving me crazy. They need to open more. I'm not a fan. But I want to show you the car seat I brought on the other side as well. Here's a shot of me in the second row of the Land Cruiser. Let's talk about amenities. Legroom, decent. I have this seat set for myself. I honestly could go back a little bit, but overall I'm comfortable. Still have that good head clearance. Ceiling vents, charging, and heated seats. As far as my car seat hardware is concerned, I got lower anchors on the outboard seats, tether anchors, 3 tether anchors across the bench. No sunshades. Not a fan of that. So the infant seat that I brought to try something new this is called the Nuna Urban, and it is a baseless infant seat. Now, I've really been enjoying this as a person who has a newborn and is constantly changing cars because I just click this into place and I'm ready to go. But because of the no base, it is more compact. Now, I can tell you Now, I'm not loving this about the GX because it's just like another thing to hide the anchors. I just wish they'd make that removable. But all you have to do is secure the car seat with the latch. And then again, with that seat set for myself, I have more room than I did with the Diono car seat in the Land Cruiser. So this is a good option if you have to do an infant seat in this car. I do think though, like if you had a bigger car seat, like one of the rotating ones, or just something that reclines a lot more, and you were a tall person, you're going to be tight in this car. I wouldn't say it's like the most rear-facing friendly car, but here are 2 options that work. So there you go. Cut. But I'm telling you, just keep in mind this door, because by the time you put a 20-pound baby in here, it's going to be a pain in the ass. Now here we have the trunk space of the GX. Now this doesn't have the battery that the Land Cruiser does, because the Land Cruiser is technically a hybrid. So we don't have that weird raised floorboard. It's also a third row, but like, get ready for it. Because I don't even think my bum will fit in the trunk. Oh, you have to hold them? Are you freaking kidding? In a luxury car, I have to sit here and hold this like I have all day? I'm a mother. There you go, yo. There's your trunk to get your third row. And like, my thing is, I'm not an engineer, but in what what happens here in a rear end collision? There's nothing. There's 8 inches. There's nothing here. Spooky. And you're going to market this as a family car? You want to put my kids in the third row? You're nuts. All right, let's talk about third row access. So it's a 60-40 split. So I'm on the 40 side of the bench, and it utilizes the good old fold and flip, as we call it. Now, it's dramatic, yes, but to me, if you're not going to have a car seat tilt, like, at least get the hell out of my way. And I feel as though the fold and flip does that. Okay, I actually will say I'm impressed with the space back here. My knees are not touching. My head is not touching. I actually have a lot more room than I was expecting. Now, there's only 2 seats back here, and they're separated. I like it. I also like that they actually did fold completely into the ground. Some of the other Lexus SUVs used to do this weird thing where the seats like went up here. They just like attached to the side of the car. It was bizarre. Ceiling vents, cup holders, charging on both sides. Genuinely impressed. So no car seat attachments back here. So we're only talking like boosters or adults. Okay guys, so that's going to wrap this quick 2024 Lexus GX tour. To summarize, I love the drive. Love the drive. I love the looks. I'm good with all the tech up here. I think Lexus has come a long way in improving that. It has enough room for rear-facing car seats. It's not a 3 across machine though, so you can't do it for 3. The third row has leg room, but then you have no trunk space. So I would say it's like a once in a while kind of thing. Overall, though, I like it more than I thought I would. And if I just like wanted to beep bop around with 2 kids in a car that looks like a G-Wagon that doesn't cost as much, I feel as though I would choose this one.